Spinning the political headlines. Back with us today, Roger Putnam of Putnam Roby Williamson Communications, Brian Schimming of Midwest Strategy, also vice chair of the state Republican Party. A lot to talk about. The state Senate is debating the divisive mining bill right now. Your thoughts, knowing that with the Republicans in control, is really all but inevitable.
Yeah, it's only divisive to the Democrats. We've been waiting for years to have this debate on the floor of the state Senate and pass a mining bill that's going to create jobs not only in northern Wisconsin, but all around the state. We're having the debate today, and it's going to get passed.
Yeah, think of a nice 22-mile scar that's about 1,000 feet deep up in the northern Pinocchio Hills, so that's going to be a sight if it goes through. I mean, the one wild card was Rob Coles, the Republican from Green Bay. Some thought that he might waver and vote against it. He made a statement that he's going to go for it. Come June, watch the budget and see if he doesn't have a little perk in there. Maybe a wing to a library after his good deeds.
You're so suspicious, Roger.
Let's talk Medicaid. We thought essentially Walker's decision was a done deal. Then we hear yesterday from State Senator John Erpenbach that he's working to convince some Republicans to accept the federal money. Is there any chance of this happening?
I mean, we were talking about this before we came on air, and I think there's a big difference between some back chamber discussion with Republicans and Senator Erpenbach, about maybe some grumbling with Walker's decision. I mean, Walker's decision was great for national politics, perhaps not so great, one could argue, for state health Medicaid recipients.
It was great for Wisconsin and Medicaid recipients because we're going to end up covering over 250,000 new people in this program and not fall for the federal shell game on Medicaid, which they're not going to promise the money 7 years down. Let's do it the safe way.
175,000 people covered finally under the Badger Care. But
we've learned more about school choice, but now there seems to be some disagreement among Republicans. Can you shed some light on this?
I think there are some members of the Senate caucus, particularly the Assembly is very solid on school choice. Some members of the Senate caucus that don't completely love everything the governor laid out in his speech, but it's out there to do. The governor is reaching out to folks. My prediction, they'll get a deal done because kids in this state who are in bad schools need to be saved.
I don't disagree that there will be a deal done. I do believe there'll be some changes. Senator Mike Ellis from Neenah, Republican, has said he's got 7 or 8 senators on his side. I don't think he's going to pull the trigger on opposing it. I do think there'll be some changes, whether it's the size or scope of school choice, but there will be changes, I believe.
Okay, quickly at the end here, let's bring back a headline that really dominated the entire year last year, resurfaced last month, the John Doe investigation. Any update on this?
No. But the fact that Walker put $40,000 into his account for defense and that it's not closed is probably noteworthy.
The Democrats keep sticking pins in that Scott Walker doll, hoping that something will come up, and yet serious folks in the Capitol don't believe that it's going to come up, and I don't think it will either.
Well, they should get to work. If they have one, they should get to work, I guess.
Yeah.
Brian Schimming, Roger Putnam, we appreciate it as always. Love the debate. We'll have a final check of